It's the... This bout.
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Takes that jab. Nice counter. They both want a highlight reel knockout. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Perhaps the hottest ticket in town for this fight tonight.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Missed with that jab. He threw a punch and just got countered. And he scores with the counter. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Here we go for round two. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching every move, that every twitch.
There's a counter shot. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Both men step back for just a moment. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Perfect counter shot. Nice counter shot. Caution being thrown to the wind. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. And there's the bell for round three. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Oh my God, Johnny! Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. A wild swing and miss there. Needs to stay composed. Punch, counter punch. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something. Back at it in round 4. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
When you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. They exchange punches. That counter punch caught him clean. A perfect counter lands. The courage on display here is incredible. One punch could change everything in this battle. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Beautiful counter punch. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Has to be careful for that. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it couldn't be this.
And there's the bell for round 5. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Straight right just misses. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Catch and shoot. slip to avoid the jab. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. He misses with that jab. Nice counter shot. Well done with that counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Here we go in the 6th round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn.
And David Benavidez is on the canvas. And as we take another look, it's this punch right here that sealed the deal.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4. Now, listen to me. Are you okay?
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Beautiful counter shot. Good counter punching. They're going to pick things up halfway through the round here.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise...
The straight right just misses. You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
This can be so frustrating. You're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Round 7, here we go. Last round was a disaster. What can they do? And he is forcing him to take a knee.
Absolutely gassed out. Didn't know what to do, and hurt on top of that.
7, 8.
You'd like to see more jabs. And before they get knocked down, they choose to go down on their own and take a knee.
That must have really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. Those counter punches have to hurt. So much firepower here. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Defense is not an option for these two. Good counter punch. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about it. And they're back at it again here in round 8. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter shot lands. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
That uppercut just missed. How about that time counter shot? Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter.
You can see here on the replay a perfect body shot, and he dropped like a loose suit.
Shot from the gut.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
The 3 judges agree, and we've got a unanimous decision.
Unanimous.